Well struck shot, straighter. Couple of runs. Again trying to heave it on the leg side. And Ashley Giles, I think, will be an important bowler for England. It's a pitch that has a bit of turn, leg by signal. Ganguly could have been dangerous. The ball stuck. 12 overs gone. 179 runs to win. He's given the charge. And the ball is sailing into the sands. It's a tremendous hit. And every time he steps out to a faster bowler, the outcome is something to celebrate for the Indian supporters.
Well, Andy Carrick's still on and still disappearing. And that's the furthest he's gone so far. Again, it's a wonderful strike. Ganguly, in this form of cricket, hits the ball clean and far.
Especially men who mattered. On the up. And that disappeared.
I'm afraid Andy Carrick has to disappear out the attack for now. Hussain has persevered just too long this time. And all credit to Virender Sehwag. He's lost the strike a bit in recent overs. He's watched Ganguly hitting it to all parts, and the first time he comes back on strike like this, gets that same opportunity outside off stump, on the up, that's his strength. And he makes absolutely no mistake.
Leading edge and straight to the fielder. Grand pop. Virender Sehwag, well, got a few disappointed fans in the stadium. Tremendous hitter. The ball has just missed time. An important one.
Well, there's a God smiling on Andy Carrick here. He's had a shocking time, and yet he's picked up the wicket. Graham Thorpe able to get round for the catch. And Sehwag will be kicking himself when he gets back in the dressing room. 31, it's 88 for 2.
88 for 2. Once again, Ganguly sprinting for the single. Again, a direct hit. Might have had him in trouble. Dinesh Mongia is the new batsman out here for India. He's replaced Virender Sehwag. He's found the gap. Will not reach the boundary though. Mongia off the mark. 91 for 2. Just 14 overs have been bowled, so the fielding restrictions will apply for one more over. Hussain has decided to get Ashley Giles into the attack. Now, the man on strike is Sourav Ganguly. The field has to be up. You can see Giles, if he's going to toss the ball up, will be close to the pads of Ganguly. Wouldn't want to bowl off stump just outside. Now with the field up. He's got that away fine. That beats Goff. And will run into the boundary.
That's such a good shot. It was nearly in the wicket-keeper's gloves there when Dinesh Mongia just got bat on the ball. Loose delivery which from Ashley Giles. Plays this so late, just gets a flick of the wrist, full face of the bat. Plays this so well. Oh yes. Oh no.
Mongia down the track. Consecutive boundaries. The 100 comes up. And like in the England innings, it's come up in quick time.
Well, once again, India have got a partnership going. Runs are plenty in this game in the first 15 overs. And yes, they will take Giles on.
Went off on his way. 106 for 2. Both these batsmen, good players of spin. They don't mind using their feet, hitting over the top. Didn't quite time it. Luckily for him, even though it was in the air, it was in the gap. To save the single. David Lloyd mentioned earlier in the over, wickets are the key from England's point of view. They need to get wickets at regular intervals. That's what India did, and that's why they came back into the contest. 111 for 2. Flintoff into his 5th over now. Good over, maiden. It's still 111 for 2. Giles continuing.
Well, they're a very knowledgeable cricket crowd here in Mumbai. They'll have seen all the matches, and they'll have seen, particularly in the last game, where Ganguly.
Good over. 113 for 2. Just the single. That's nicely played. Good timing. Got into a good position. Ganguly. A couple of runs there to end the over. 118 for 2. Giles continuing. This match nicely balanced at this stage. As the ball gets older, he'll get more turn. And to tell you more in the commentary box, David Garr and Arun Lal.
121 for 2. Michael Vaughan comes into the attack.
He goes over the top. There was an invitation. He grabbed it with the spin. So that's 4. There's no long on. A wide-ish mid-wicket. Hoping that he tries to go over the top to mid-on, and then with the turn play it into that wide-ish mid-wicket's reach. Not this time. 4 runs. If he keeps that leg stump line, he's going to create problems. And also quite easily be swept away for runs. Too easily taken this time. At the end of 23, it's 132 for 2.
Well, still a way to go, of course. And throughout this one-day series, we've seen all sorts of twists and turns and ups and downs, and sides that seem to have won games losing them, and vice versa. Well, he's hit that well again. First time really that he's had to have a big go at Ashley Giles. He's played it patiently until now.
I don't think this is really working for Nasser Hussain, at least not at the moment. Keeping that long on position empty. He's given 2 boundaries. All the good work that they managed to achieve has just been converted into a 6 there.
Well, certainly carried. And Hussain had left the gap for some reason or other, as a tempter maybe. The 6 takes Ganguly up to 51, so he's having a good night. 51 from 64. He's leading the way for India. Nicely struck. 8 runs from the over though. 143 for 2. Michael Vaughan starts his 3rd over. Tidy figures so far, 2 overs for 4. Well, he adjusted the shot. Just had to wait for the ball as it gripped on the pitch. 4 from the over, 147 for 2. 26 overs gone in this chase, 256 the target. And England finally making a move now, which suggests that Nasser Hussain has realised that a wicket is due, one way or t'other. Darren Goff's had a habit of coming back well throughout this tournament. His later spells, second and third spells, have often been productive for him. First ball, hit away down to deep cover. Three from Darren Goff's come back over, 150 for 2.
India need 4.61 per over. That's 2 of them. But it generally happens that the second half of the innings is when the pressure starts building.
Take one for that. It's one of those ones I'm sure actually Michael Vaughan wouldn't have quite realised when he first saw it how hard the ball had been hit and how far it was going to carry, because he didn't get himself in a position low down with his hands. Very pleased he was. Nicely struck. Ashley Giles doing wonderful work down there. We're going to have to check it. Third umpire, I'm sure, will be called to check that, to see whether or not the fielder was in touch with the rope as well as the ball. There's the sliding tackle. Might well be 4.
And that's what England needed, and Michael Vaughan has bowled very, very well in this little spell. Mongia coming down the wicket, deceived, and a good take from Foster.
Just when England wanted a wicket. Plenty of turn. Foster this time was balanced, stayed low. And Michael Vaughan has done the trick for England. Mongia departs for 35, 155 for 3.
Mohamed Kaif, the new batsman, reached the crease, the 22-year-old.
Excellent over for England. Wicket maiden, 155 for 3.
Plus a shot whipped away, a bit cut off. Should pick up 3 though. Long boundary out there, and nicely played. Isn't that short, but whipped away.
Yes, and Mohammad Kaif will make Ganguly run here because he's quick between the wickets. And Ganguly doing well to complete 3. A lot of work with the bottom hand to get the power and the placement. Look at Kaif, he's going. He wants 3.
Kaif off the mark. Michael Vaughan to continue through that mid-wicket area. I think with the spin, just a 1. With the single. Frustration for Darren Goff, but doing a good job. It's a no ball. Just the single.
Putting the pressure back on the Indian captain. And that's why he has to play shots like this, and it's come off. Magnificent strike.
Beautiful striking. Every time he's come down the wicket just about, he's got himself into the right position to execute the shot. It's a slower ball, I think.